It's literally 25 degrees and I've got 100 parcels. Okay, I'm a Texan, but I am in London right now. It is 96 degrees, and I think we owe the Europeans maybe a little bit of apology about the heat thing. Obviously, I'm used to heat, but it feels so much worse here because not all buildings have air conditioning, and you walk so much more in these European cities that you're like sweating through all your clothes. Luckily in Texas, we have cars that take us everywhere, and our cars usually have functioning air conditioning. You can roll the window down and, you know, get some air that way. Here, it is just you and the heat. So as much as it pains me to say they were right, I think they were right about the heat.
So I just got back from London. I was on the tube. It's very, very hot, and some man like backed into me, and there was a wet patch on my arm from sweat. It is very, very warm. There is a heat wave in England. Sweat. Wet of sweat. Through a shirt. Like, please. We all sweat. Please have some human decency. Please don't touch me. Like, please be aware of your surroundings if you are sweating that much. Please. Like, don't touch me with your sweat. That could happen. I'm not a Londoner. That could happen all the time. I'm not sure. I don't know.
You left the heating on in the UK. I can't do it anymore. I can't live like this. I can't go about my normal life looking after 2 children in this fucking heat. My house is so hot. My garden is like a furnace. I'm sweating all the time. Everything is sweaty. Everything is sticky. I get up in the morning. I'm hot. I go to work. I'm hot. I do the school run. I'm hot. I have a shower. I'm hot. I go to bed. I'm hot. I don't know what to do. I wanted the summer. I was fed up with the cold. I was fed up with the winter. And now look, now what have we done? It's all right on holiday. I could get in the pool. I could go and sit in the aircon. I can't do any of that here because I'm trying to live my normal life and I don't have aircon and I don't have a pool. What am I supposed to do? When is it going to end? Could we just lose about 10 degrees, please? Like, I like to wear shorts. I like to get up in the morning and just put a dress on or shorts. I don't want to sweat. We don't need it to be 35 degrees.
I posted a video yesterday about the UK heatwave and how I'm absolutely too hot, and my comment section for the first time in about 6 months was flooded with Americans. Now, I used to be overrun by the Americans in my comment section, and a lot of you were really nice. However, yesterday's comment section is full of, oh my god, you think 30 degrees is hot, you should try come over to Florida, you should try come over to Arizona, you wouldn't survive. Oh my god, unless you've experienced a UK heatwave, you are not actually eligible to speak upon the topic, because the UK heat is unfathomable. Everyone going, this is why you should have air conditioning. You should have air conditioning. 99% of the year it's cold in the UK. We don't need air conditioning. The 1% that is hot enough, my god, do we boil to death. Our houses are built not out of cardboard like you guys over in America. Our houses are built to keep heat in. If you open a window, you're letting more heat in. There is nothing to do to survive a UK heatwave. You just have to do it. And it's painful and it's horrible and it feels like you're living in a constant sauna. My God, is it hot? And I don't even want to hear it because I've seen Americans on my For You page who live in the UK going, oh my God, I used to take the piss out of UK heatwave, but actually now that I've lived it, it's really horrible. So yeah, it's too hot. Don't complain at me and don't tell me I wouldn't survive in another country, because I probably, do you know what? I think I would. I've done Australia, and that wasn't too bad.
Hi, an American here in the UK, and I have a question about your heatwave. So I've been hearing you out on why you don't have air conditioning or aircon. And you're saying it's because your buildings are really old, and if everyone had air conditioning, it wouldn't work. So here's my question. Why don't you have ceiling fans? I feel like ceiling fans are really easy to install, and why can't they be in every home, especially new builds? What's the excuse for new builds? Because those aren't old homes. I had to go to B&Q and get the tower fans, and they're not that big. They're like this big, and it doesn't really do anything. Again, coming with love, as always. I just need this cleared up because I am a bit confused in this heat wave, and I'm not having a good time in this heat wave. Also, what are we doing with hair? Because I'm using this, which helps with the frizz, with the humidity and everything, but it's only good for day 1. Day 2 and day 3, It looks like my hair is drenched in oil and that I haven't showered in weeks, so I need a recommendation. This is fine for day one, but I feel like I need some help.
Okay, but I am a South African living in the UK, and whenever it gets hot and we have these awful heat waves, people will say to me, but you're from South Africa, isn't it hot there? Yes, it is hotter there. It gets a lot hotter than this. However, the heat is different here. Like, the infrastructure is just not built to cope with this heat. The houses are like insulated so they hold heat. The upstairs of if it's going to be 38 degrees today, the upstairs of my house is going to be 45. Like, the heat rises, it gets trapped upstairs. There's no point opening your windows because the air just doesn't move. It's like stagnant. So it's actually better to keep your windows closed than to let all that hot air in. It's just not the same. It's not so yes, it does get hotter in South Africa, but we deal with it much better. Our houses are much better equipped. We have pools, we have the beach. It's not the same type of heat. It is hotter here.
Fucking hell, guys, parents are being warned to make sure children don't take the viral squishy dumpling toys or any kinds of squishy toys into cars in this hot weather after a number of incidents of young people being badly burnt when they exploded. The toys, which are filled with a liquid gel, have already hit the headlines as children have been warned that not to put them in microwaves, because there was a random trend of doing that. Basically, only to see them explode in their faces and on their hands once they come out of the microwave, causing major burns across, because the gel is sticky and it's hot. So it literally sticks to your skin and burns and causes horrific burn injuries. Now there are also reports of children being injured when the toys rupture after being left in cars on a hot day. So basically, do not take your squidgy toys out for a day trip in the car. Don't at all leave them in a car during the hot weather. Basically, this has all happened because of a 13-year-old girl who was actually rushed to hospital in West Virginia last week after a squishy toy left in the car exploded and soaked her in hot, sticky liquid gel, which obviously stuck to her and caused really nasty burns to her face. Here, look, you can see the burn there. Fucking hell, guys, seriously, be careful. These squishy toys are potentially very dangerous if they become really hot. So do not leave them in the sun, in the window, or in a car. Fucking hell, guys.
Wow, the UK heatwave is absolutely scorchio. It is scorching outside. It is so hot in here. The UK just can't handle the heat. I mean, Britain as a whole just can't handle it. For the past sort of week and a half, it's been, I don't know, mid-30s, and that's just too much for the UK. Half the buildings aren't bloody air-conditioned, and our homes are just not built for it. Our homes are built for keeping warmth in, not conditioning air, because we live in a cold country. For most of the year, it's cold in Britain. So we're not used to hot weather. We do get some summers where it gets hot, but we're waiting all year for the summer. And then when it comes, everybody's moaning, aren't they? Oh, it's too hot. People are normally moaning about it's too bloody cold, and it's too rainy, or it's too windy, and I'm freezing. And then you get a bit of heat, people go, oh, I'm too hot. I'm too bloody hot. It's the same as when you go on holiday. So when you go to Europe on holiday, and you're from Britain, you know, you go to Spain or somewhere, and then like you just talk to other English people or British people, you see, and have a conversation. You like to each other, it's too hot, it's too hot, it's way too hot. We've spent all year moaning about it being too cold, living in Britain, and then we go and get a bit of sun, and it's like, oh, it's too hot, it's too hot. You can't win with British people. We're always moaning about something. There's always something to moan about. Oh my God, it's too cold, it's too hot. Oh, moan, moan, bloody moan. But anyway, everyone's suffering, whether you're a parent with children and the kids are getting hot and stuffy, whether you've got pets like dogs. Dogs get so irritated in this weather. You can just see it on their faces, and they're shivering with heat, even if that's a word, or is that not a word? But it's horrible. You see them in a bit of a state. I've got no pets, but I've seen other people with their pets and a few friends and a few neighbours, and they're just not enjoying it, are they? And I don't understand why you're walking your dogs in high day when it's really high sun. You should either be walking your dogs really late at night, probably about 11, 12 o'clock in the night, or really, really early in the morning, probably about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's when the pets can take it. They can't take it at like 2 p.m. when it's baking heat. It's ridiculous. But anyway, stay safe. You don't want to be getting overheating or anything, because that's not good for you, and you want to keep healthy. Keep healthy and hydrated. See you on the next one.
I don't give a shit. Just get rid of this motherfucking cunting sun. This isn't hot. Hot is nice sometimes. You get a hot cup of tea. This is boiling alive. The sun is throwing up in my face hot. I'm so sick of sweating everywhere. I'm sick of it. I swear to God, if anybody comments saying, I'm enjoying this weather's quite nice, I'm gonna block you. I can't deal with your negativity. I can't deal with that, with making me feel like I'm complaining, and I'm wrong to complain when it's fucking hotter than the sun. Satan is taking me up the arse, dry humping me in a furnace. I'm at my wit's end. I can't get my cleaning done. I'm going to the shops today just to go in the aircon again. I'm spending a fortune because I'm just going to shops to stand in aircon, and I look like a weirdo if I stand in there for 3 hours and I don't buy anything. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this fucking weather. I hate it. Bring on autumn, bring on winter, bring on rain, bring on sleet, bring on snow, bring on hail, bring on fucking thunderstorms and hurricanes. I don't want you anymore. You're a prick. Do you know, I saw a snail die yesterday. I watched it die from the heat. I tried to get it some water. It was trying to get across the pavement. It died on the way to the edge before I came back to get it water. A snail. It's like, it just gave up. It was just like, it was cooked. It was a cooked snail, like we're in France. I don't want to hear anybody walking past me going, it's hot, isn't it? It's not. All I will say back is we're on fire. We're all on fire and the world is fucking burning. This is it. This is it. I keep saying about my dead dad, he's in a better place. He's 100% in a better place, because this is hell. We're living it. This is it. Lovely weather though for a barbecue. Fuck off.
If you didn't know already, we are experiencing a heat wave and it is bloody hot. I've seen all over social media in the past few days where there's parents out there that don't know how to handle the babies in this heat. Here are 5 simple ways to help them keep cool in this UK heat wave. Because if you didn't know, babies cannot regulate their temperatures as fast as adults can. So they are literally overheating so much faster. If you're breastfeeding or formula feeding, try offer your babies milk more frequently. That's just because in this heat they get dehydrated a lot faster. You might have noticed that your baby has been a lot more hungry and they've been wanting more food, but that's just because probably they are dehydrated from the heat. Obviously little babies don't drink water, but just as us adults, we get dehydrated, we get more thirsty in this heat as well. When it comes to clothing, like try dress them in like light flowy clothing. And with this weather how it is right now, it is currently 33 degrees in this room. Like your child is fine to sleep in just a nappy. There is literally like a whole guideline on the NHS website with like the room temperature versus what your child should sleep in. You can check that out and that should give you a rough idea with what your child should sleep in. Try and keep your room as cool as possible, and that includes having your windows shut and your curtains drawn down in the hottest parts of the day, and then when the sun goes down and whatever, you can open your windows and let the cool air in.